Hi, and welcome to my Tuesday evening live card making tutorial. This evening I have for you a brand new suite, an online exclusives that was released today, the Thankful Garden. Well, that's the bundle. The name of the stamp set is, the suite. Hold on, I know this because I've typed it over and over. Lovely Garden Suite. And so I'll show you everything that comes in that. But let me first introduce myself. I'm Shelley Godby. And for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. And Miss Cheryl, oh, I'm so glad you are here. We've missed you. So fantastic. So let's have a closer look at the Thankful Garden bundle. And I have everything here that's in the Suite collection. So we'll start with the Thankful Garden bundle, which is part of the Suite collection. And it includes the 10% discount on both the stamp set and the dies. Oh, and the decorative masks. I'll show you that. And so you still get that bundle discount, but then you just get everything with one item number, which is really sweet. Okay, good. Oh, it's in your shopping cart. Okay, yes. Miss Cheryl says this is in her shopping cart and she's ready to see an idea with it. So we've got the Thankful Garden stamp set, and these are good sized flowers because they're only pictured at 75%. And then the coordinating dies, of course, all these outline dies for the flowers, and then a couple intricate dies. And as I was playing with this when I ordered it. Well, hello, Miss Danette. When I ordered this, I didn't catch it. It's just like, oh, this paper. Just love everything about it. Ordered the whole suite. And then today's first time I played with it, I thought, well, what's this die for? Oh, am I excited to tell you. Oh, and Miss Mary's here. Fantastic, from the Netherlands visiting us. So I'm looking for the stamp that goes with this. Went, oh no. Okay, so like my layers of beauty, if you saw my video or at any time that I asked when we were designing it if I could isolate the gorgeous rose, they gave us a stamp to isolate just one flower. Like, oh, so I'm calling that the Godby, the isolated flower. Like, oh my goodness, because it just adds so much more to it. Because I just love roses, my lovely my layers of beauty. And so then with that single rose, I was able to do other things. Oh, Miss Jeannie, hi. Well, I'm so glad you're able to join us. Okay, so included in the bundle, the stamp set, the dies with the one you can isolate, and like my layers of beauty, decorative masks. And so look at that. How clever is this? Both of these big flowers are on here. And so we will use these tonight because they just make it so easy to color and shade. And so I have my dies on one of these magnet cards from Stampin' Storage. Whoops, I need to go show you that. I haven't shown you anything. I'm so busy talking. Okay, let's do this. So, well, we'll just do this and then I'll explain it all. So we've got the Lovely Garden Suite collection includes all of this, right? The stamp set, the dies, and the decorative masks, as well as look at this paper. Holy smokes. And some of these will cut out with the dies. Aren't these gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And then you have the Fresh Freesia 1/8 inch faux velvet ribbon. And aren't these pretty? And the starburst sequins. And I thought, oh, they looked a little bit cutesy. I wonder what I'll think of that, but I really like them. And so let's go back to the bundle because I used them on my card this evening. So what I do is I store my dies on these magnet cards that I get from Stampin' Storage. It's a separate company from Stampin' Up, even though it sounds like it. And so they've got everything that you want to store all your crafting supplies, as well as organize your craft room, your cardstock, ink pads, everything. And they're super strong. Love them. And then I slide them into one of these storage pockets, which I can show you that too. Here we go. And whoops. Okay. You need to watch what you're doing and not look at a screen. um, but in one of these. So follow my link because you want the pockets, not the sleeves, for storing these. And then my decorative masks slide right in here too. And so I just keep it all together. And so there you go. You can find all of that. They're listed under my video, but and then right there you can scan the QR code. So while I was showing you a couple things, I missed, I think, a couple. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, Miss Denise is here. Hello. Fantastic. So this is so, so pretty. Oh, this paper, the colors. Wow, wow, wow. So we need to start with some stamping because we'll do some die cutting. Put that aside, the gorgeous paper. And what I have here is some basic white. Oh my goodness. Okay, I couldn't tell. Let's scoot down a little bit. I had that designer series paper and I couldn't tell that I wasn't quite fully on my mat, but problem solved. Um, Basic white cardstock. It has a smooth, tight finish. You may say, well, Shelley, what difference does that make? It does, because it gives you a crisp, clean image when you're stamping. If you've ever stamped on our colored cardstock, the images aren't quite as good. It's just not the same thing. Let me come in a little bit more. It scanned out. Okay. So you could see all that beautiful DSP. So I am using, of course, this one because we have the flower we can isolate. And I've got the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. Yes, Miss Roxanne, the paper is absolutely gorgeous. And online exclusives were released today, and this is just one. There's another suite. Oh, I mean, they just keep outdoing themselves. It's just amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp straight up and down. I have to tell you something. I die cut this probably 6 times today. I thought, what in the world? I just don't know how to die cut anymore because it looked, and so I'm shifting. And then I realized, I think I know what I did. I was not thinking. I was visiting with a friend, and I bet I peeled it off and put it on there. It's really easy to distort them. And where I was getting messed up was the stem. So what I did was I took it off. I thought, okay, I bet I distorted it because, this is just crazy. But of course I did it 100 times. So just let them flop down. Don't touch them. Take your mount to it. And then, because it goes back to the way it's supposed to be. And that solved it. And then, of course, it die cut beautifully because, I wasn't involved. All right, so we're going to isolate one of them. Oh, Miss Donna. Oh, no, it's blizzardy. Oh, so sorry. All right, and so I'm going to isolate this. Oh, look at me. I should have my stamping sleeves getting up. Well, I don't normally peel off my, peel those off, do I? Sorry about the blizzard. Please don't feel the need to share it and send it east. All right, so I've got another piece of basic white cardstock. And so then I can die cut just that. How cool is that? I mean, I'm really touched. There's so many people that are just so brilliant, and every once in a while I have a flash of inspiration and see that just fits right on there. How cool! And that it carried over to another stamp set is really an honor. All right, so we have our stamping done. So we're ready to die cut. Isn't that is just gorgeous? It's almost as pretty as my layers of beauty. Almost. Okay. So hey, please, as I'm grabbing my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, give my video a thumbs up and a share. I sure appreciate that. It just every little bit helps, and I appreciate it so, so much. So what I have here is my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Love it. See how it folds up. And then, there we go. Let's get the handle. Let's push that back. Fantastic. I think you can focus better instead of, focus on, I think the camera focuses on what's closest and the handle does that. Okay, so now I could use plate number 1 and plate number 2, but I am very fond of this magnetic platform instead. And I picked this up on Amazon. And you can see the circles, those are the magnets. And so as I say, it doesn't make me a perfect die cutter, especially today when I pulled the stamp out of shape, but it definitely makes me a better die cutter. And I really do like saving time. Okay, there we go. And the chat. Okay, fantastic. So regardless if I use plate number 1 and plate number 2 that come with it or the extra purchase of this, I still need a plate number 3. So I'll place that on here. And then I've got my cardstock that's stamped. Let me rotate this. Try not to always go to the center. It's just really common, but this will help your plates from not warping. And so we'll take this and center around it. And you hear how I let it drop? Let it drop so it can find the magnets. Oh, Miss Renee is here. I don't remember if you've ever joined us live before. This is pretty good. That's looking pretty decent from my sitting angle. And then I need another plate number 3. Now place that on top. Don't scoot it on. Okay. And let's see what we got. And you know what? If I didn't do a good job, oh, I did a good job. I had another one if I didn't do a good job. Okay, so you know what? I just showed you how to die cut. So the single one, I have it done. Okay, but we've got a little bit more because I do want to use an intricate one, and I'm using garden green cardstock because this is one of the colors in the Lovely Garden Designer Series paper, keeping it oh so coordinated. Ah, oh, you thought this was my Layers of Beauty? Oh no, honey, my Layers of Beauty. I mean, it's I think the artwork may be the same. Maybe it's the same artist, Miss Claire. I don't know that because they don't tell us, but but the Isolated Rose, she did that for me. It does remind me of it. Just different flowers, huh? Okay, I had here we go, my Take Your Pick tool. And happy Mardi Gras, yes. Although the weather, I heard they postponed and canceled a parade or two, so isn't that pretty? All right, so let's put this aside. I've been to Mardi Gras. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, so and then I just tuck this in. And what you like about this, especially these little ones, this is such a strong, this magnetic card is so strong, they stick to it. And if you do something silly like I did, looking at the screen instead of here, at least they'll fall into the envelope. Okie dokie. So with the decorative masks, let me go back over here. With my Layers of Beauty, I was really nervous because I was not good at the decorative masks. Everything kept moving on me. And then my friend said, you've got to see this waffle flower mat. Game changer, huge game changer, because it holds my stamped image in place for me. So I'm just so thrilled with it. So here with these decorative masks, they did a really nice thing for us. Let me come back to the chat. There we go. And every time I pull up something for you all, that pretty goes away. Okay. Oh, and I just lost my chat. So they're numbered, and this little notch is really important. You always want to put the notch in the same place. What's nice about this, we have the lip that I can square it up. So now what I need to do, and this is different, usually it's straight up but it's sharing two of them. I need to rotate this until I get it in here the way I need it. Okay. I want to see that black outline all okay. That is looking good. That is butted up in the corner. And let's press down. I realized earlier, the silicone will hold it in place, but I need to press it. So there we go. And then if everything goes as planned, it will stay where it's at. And I just moved. Okay. And then I just keep putting the masks on. So I am going to use fresh freesia. Some of these larger flowers were in the melon mambo, really pretty, but I was just in a fresh freesia, a subtle mood today. So I got the Fresh Freesia Classic Stampin' Pad. Pick this up, slide that in. It is recommended with the Decorative Masks. Think of it as a stencil, but that's their name for it, that you use the small blending brush. And so we will rub it all over and load it up. And I hold the mask, even though it's butted up, and let's add some color. So you can go as deep or dark as you like. You just keep adding color. I have something else to show you. Boy, I tell on myself a lot of all the silly things I do. Well, what we're going to call it experimental. I'm not so sure at the time if it's silly, and then it's like, okay, that didn't work out. But hey, let's share it so we don't spare you from doing the same thing. Okay, so we've got that. That's number one. And I just go to the sink and rinse these off with cold water. And then number two, and there we go. Look at that. As long as I pick it up and don't scoot everything, this makes it so easy. I'm going to stay with the same color. Of course, you could layer different colors, but the paper I'm using, everything was nice and soft, so I'm staying with this instead of trying to add another color. But color on top of color, it takes to it, and it's masking off part of it. So this is adding the detail, and we're doing this by adding color to color, it'll be deeper. And so not as bold as using two colors, but I think it's a beautiful look. Look at that. Now that will calm down when it dries too. And then number three, paying attention to the notch and the numbers. And again, for the third layer, I've got to show you something that I tried because looking at the designer paper. Okay, so for the third one, well, here's what I did. Because the paper, see those black centers? And I thought that is just really so, so pretty. So I thought, oh, is that what I'm supposed to do with this one? Yeah, don't do that. That is not pretty. Like, okay, we will do this again. I thought, yeah, instead of just throwing it in the trash, just in case anyone else gets that idea like I did from looking at the designer series paper, that's a big no. Okay. And so, yeah, I'm thinking let's make this a little bit more. Is that gorgeous or what? Like I said, this will calm down when it dries. All right, so we're done with this. Yes, Miss Cheryl, this paper is amazing. Okay. Don't want to mix up your small blending brushes. So now we've got garden green. Pick this up, slide that in. And if you're just joining us and didn't hear me, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. That just will mean the world to me. Look at that. That fits right on there. Life is good. Isn't this waffle flower mat just amazing? Instead of trying to just hold everything down yourself, because I just was not good at that at all. All right, so let's add our garden green. This is just such a beautiful green. It has been around forever. I've been a demonstrator for 24 years. A customer before that. Garden green has always been here. It is a true blue color. All right, so that's number 4, decorative mask number 4. And then decorative mask number 5. Now, I found this intriguing that they left to be a little bit lighter. I thought, well, that's an interesting. I mean, it's cool, but that someone thought that far for the shading to, you know, leave that. Okay, so now we're adding that detail. And look how easy that was with the waffle flower mat. Oh, Miss Mary Ellen, we're so glad you're here. Look how gorgeous. Oh my gracious, right? Okay, and so this one, because I just showed you, I went ahead and colored it, and you'll see how they calm down when it dries. So it still has the shading, just doesn't stay quite that dark. And if you want really, that big contrast, use two different colors, a lighter and a darker. So we've got that. We've got this die cut. Oh, so pretty, pretty, pretty. So we might as well finish stamping. Seems like there was something I was going to tell you and it went out of my mind. That's not new. Okay, so in here we've got greetings. You make a difference with love, or you could do and thanks, and thankful for you, friend. Oh, we're not done. That's what I wanted to tell you. Okay, so you remember my yeah, misadventure? Yeah, don't do that. But later, after I even had the card together, I looked and thought, what are these? Aha! These are the blacks for the center. So if you want to add more, you can. We've got a large, and that adds that. So you can see, which do you prefer? Just nice and soft like my layers of beauty, without that, or do you like this detail added in? So you've seen both, so you can decide. Oh, we're not done with that. All right. And I'm going to use the thankful for you, friend. And I have some more basic white cardstock. And again, with the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. There we go. And this is a photopolymer stamp set, so it's really convenient. I can see where I'm stamping. And let's do this. And so, as I was telling you today, oh my goodness, some really incredible new stamp sets and accessories and dies and all that hit the online exclusives. If you're watching on YouTube, I've got a link under the video to the online exclusives, because if you're not checking that out, you're missing what's going on. Okay, so let's put it all together. And while I'm doing that, I can tell you tomorrow, after my video is done uploading, of course, I will create a blog post, and then I'll have a link to this card with the measurements to make it easy for you to duplicate, as well as a downloadable PDF with the card sketch. So what I have here is my Stampin' seal. Sometimes I have to help it along. And here we go. Put my finger where that's opaque. And this paper, that's what was my inspiration was. It's softer, but it's just so pretty. Oh, ho, ho. I mean, it was not easy to decide between all the patterns which ones I wanted to use for this card. And but I just, like I said, I was in a fresh freesia mood. Okay, so then I have these two. This is the opposite side of that. Oh, look, that's really cool. This has, I didn't notice that earlier. Been a lot going on here today. The little black speckles in there, because this is the pattern I want. Ha, cool. And then this, yeah, really pretty, the fresh freesia. I considered doing this, but the contrast worked better. So let's use Stampin' Seal again. Okay. And we're going to offset it. I really like things to be even, but every once in a while, I let things go cattywampus, and it's a cool look. I think that's looking really good. Let's not press until we're happy. And I liked this against there. What's nice about this, with it mostly white, then all the whiteness of this, I mean, that was just really stuck out. And I thought, oh, I like it better where it's not so obvious that center's not all die cut. Okay, so, oh, love this paper. Let's do this, and that one will go like so. Fantastic. Okay, and let's do this. While I am fooling around with this, I can tell you a couple other things. One of them is, if you're one of my sweet stampers, or you want to be, for everyone who orders at least $50 from me in the previous 6 months, so I think that's October 1st through March 30th. Let me do some quick math. October, November, December, January, February, March. Yep. If they've ordered at least $50 before shipping and sales tax, I send them, I'll be sending everyone a free annual catalog, 2526. And so if you've done that, you're all set. If not, there's still time and a lot of great products to order. Okay, so let's go ahead and use my favorite adhesive ever. And if you follow me at all, you know exactly what I'm going to say, the Stampin' Dimensionals. And give this a bit of a lift. That always does a lot. Here we go. Peel these off. Whoops. And that is looking oh so pretty. Oh, and let's get another one. How about two? No, one will work. Let's do one. And because, just giving things a lift adds a lot. So we've got this raised up. Um, I didn't have to color that, but I wanted you to see it. But another thing is from the side, it'll look good that it's colored. So we pop that up. And the dimension in person is just fabulous. Okay, so this I want to put right about here. So this is picked up. So we need a dimensional on this side. So one more Stampin' Dimensional. Wish I had invented those. The way I use them, I'd be rich. And adhesive, just this snail adhesive on the other. Let's go about right here. There you go. And do you remember the 1/8 inch fresh freesia faux velvet ribbon? Oh, well, thank you, Miss Cynthia. I went ahead and tied a bow. I tied it because I feel like I'm all thumbs when I do this, live on camera. So I tied a bow, and I need to attach that. So I will use a mini glue dot. Let's pull these out. I've got my take your pick tool. Try really hard not to touch them because we're wanting a really strong adhesive. But you can make adhesive, not as tacky by touching it or, on your pants or whatever. So I try not to touch them. And I was fooling around different places and I thought, oh, this looks really nice right about here. There we go. And then I have the starburst sequins. And I was thinking, oh, maybe white for dewdrops on the leaves, but it didn't stand out as much as I wanted. So I ended up using the fresh freesia. Now I always press down on the embellishment so the adhesive is sticking to the embellishment and not the acetate sheet. So a large one here. Oh, you know what? I didn't press down on those layers because I wanted to make sure I was happy. So let's press on those. Okay, one about there. Still kind of like the idea of a dewdrop. Small one. There we go. And one more small one. Right over in here. Love my take your pick tool. And there we go. That didn't take long at all, did it? And we have the first card that I've made with the Thankful Garden Sweet Collection. I used everything in the Sweet Collection. You know what I didn't show you? Oh, thank you, Miss Mary. What I didn't show you the QR code for, because you'll want to get the suite, but you may want to pick up an extra pack of the Lovely Garden 12 by 12 designer street paper because wow, wow, and wow. And the black patterns in there can be just really helpful. Black is, I think, the perfect accent. It is just so doggone pretty. Okay, so here we go. Well, thank you all. And so, yeah, there's so many. I keep repeating myself, but you really want to go check out the online exclusives. Oh, and the two new kits, if you like doing the kits, wow. One will be great for masculine because, I do the card kits with the ladies at church for a fundraiser for youth camp scholarships. And they love them, but masculine, it's nice to have something for masculine, but the garden one, wowza. So there we go. So, so pretty. So I'm gonna encourage you to go check out all of that because wow. All right, so let's do this. Let's put here we go, in case anyone else wants to oh, Miss Molly is here. Well, thank you. I sure appreciate that. Oh, Miss Sure. Oh, you all are so sweet. Oh, and Miss okay, Miss Mary Ellen, I did catch you, didn't I? All right. May I inquire the name of the stencil? Yes, Miss Mary Ellen. It is the Thankful Garden, but it is part of the bundle. So if you do the stamp set and dies, if you order the bundle, it is part of it. I'm sure you could probably order them separately, but you want the bundle, right? Actually, you want the whole suite collection. So, all right. Well, I'm so glad you all joined me. I hope I didn't forget anything to tell you. But I told you, tomorrow I'll have the link to my blog, my blog post with all of the measurements as well as a downloadable PDF. Yes, Miss Donna, it's true. It is true. Oh, Miss, my layers of beauty. This is really pretty. It's not the same, roses, and I don't know. My mom's a master gardener, and I forget to water the plants. So I couldn't tell you off the top of my head at all what kind of this one is, but it is really pretty. But layers of beauty, yeah. My mom says I'm prejudiced. Prettiest stamp set ever. I stamp it up. Okay. Well, it is that time of evening because I'm not seeing any new questions. Thank you, Miss Danette. And Miss Adelaide, she's asking you all to give me a thumbs up. I sure appreciate that. It is that time of evening where I thank you for joining me because I am always so happy to come spend my Tuesday evenings with you. I'm here every Tuesday evening, haven't missed in about a year and a half, or no, almost 2 years, over a year and a half, almost 2 years. And well, thank you, Miss Renee. Um, I just so look forward to spending my Tuesday evenings with you, and I pop in at other times. So if you're not yet a subscriber, go and subscribe because you get notified when I'm uploading a video, at least on YouTube. You're like, oh, Shelley's gonna be going live. And then yesterday I uploaded a video and you'll get notified of that too. It wasn't live, but a video. And so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good evening and God bless.